Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I had an arrival of these flowers I bought off Amazon. As you can see, if I can get them open, they're quite big flowers, which I wanted. I wanted some bigger ones, and some leaves as well. So I've got two of these. You can see better from upside down. I've got two of these with the larger flowers. The first one was just the normal flowers that you normally get, the small ones. I've got some of these as well, which are petals, which are really nice. And then this one's a bit of a mix of some smaller ones, larger ones, and petals, which I'm going to be using today in today's design. I've got some little ones as well in my old box. As you can see, they're fairly empty. That's why I wanted to buy some more. So I'm going to be using some of these as well as these new ones I can't speak today, what's the matter with me, in today's design. I'll get there in a minute. So I start off with applying tips, which are Glitter Planet. There I'm just showing you my hook nail on my pointer finger, and I'm going to show you how I correct that. Seriously, I can't talk today, I don't know what's going on. But anyway, yeah, so I start off with Snow White on all the tips, apart from the middle finger, is the only one where I don't use the tips. I've already applied my tips, like I was going to say, which are from Glitter Planet. They're the easy tips, and just snipped off the end to make them into like a coffin ballerina style. I've put down my clear base, and that's after I did all my natural prep work, of course. And on the pointer finger, I have put a thicker layer of clear on there, because to correct this hook nail, what you do is you build it up higher at the tip and then you file from underneath. Because this is a hook nail, I had some damage on this nail. I used to, before I started doing nails myself, I used to go to this NSS salon. Those that don't know what NSS stands for, it's a non-standard salon. And these sort of salons are the ones that you go to. They're mainly found in like town centre places. I'm not saying all salons in town centres are bad. I'm just saying the one in our town centre. They're the type that, you don't need appointments. They take about 15 minutes to slam the nails on. They don't like prep properly. They don't sanitize their tools properly. They go straight from one client to another without sanitizing any of their tools. Use the same file on loads of clients, and they cut somebody's finger, then use that file on another person. So I ended up with getting some damage on that finger a long time ago, and it broke the cracked it across the nail bed, and that's when I decided I was going to do my own nails, because I just wasn't happy with my nails getting done there anyway. And then as I started to learn how to do nails, I realised how bad these places are. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend anybody to go to these sort of salons. I know there's a lot of good salons out there. I'm not going to slate all town centre salons, because there's probably some good ones out there. But just make sure that when I say a good salon, somebody who preps properly, somebody who sanitizes their tools correctly, properly insured, properly trained, and they don't take 15 minutes to do your nails. It is impossible to do a proper set of nails in 15 minutes. Anyway, I've waffled on a little bit. I'm going off on one now. But anyway, I did damage that finger, and it's never grown properly since. It's always hooked down, and it's the only finger that does it. It never used to do that before, but now it does. So here, after all that waffling, what I've done here is I've made a chevron nail bed using Frosted Rose, and just leveling it up a little bit there, getting it all nice and centre. Actually, these did turn out a little bit wonky. towards the end. I think I must have been looking at them really wonky. Yeah, that's just me self-criticising. But it looked fine in the end, just a little bit wonky. So I'm leaving that to set, and now I am using Aquamarine, and I'm just coming across that nail, blending it down into the white and brushing it off from the tip so I can get it nice and white. I'm not too fussed about the design blend here, because I am going to be coming over it with those flowers later. So I just want to get it on, and I'm sort of taking it down at an angle just to give it a little bit extra sort of ombre. I quite like this on longer nails. It makes the nail look really, in my opinion, really slimmer and a bit more slender. So I'm doing that to all these nails that I did the white tips on, because all the basic bits of the nail are going to be pretty much all the same, and just decorated differently with the different flowers. So yep, that's what I'm doing here. I'm just applying a very thin layer of that frosted rose at the cuticle and just blending it down. I'm only really doing this so I can get the cuticles nice and neat. I will be coming back with this later to ombre over the design, but I just like to put a little bit down now. It's just what I like to do when I'm doing this sort of design. So I'm just putting it on all of these. This one I was going to apply one of these big flowers. Now these are a lot bigger than I thought it'd be, or I've got tiny nails. So I'll put it roughly where I want it to go, and then I'll put some clear acrylic down to hold it in place, and I'll put it on and hold it down. And then I looked at it from the side and it was really high in that centre. And to achieve the look that I was going for today, because I wanted it to be sort of a layered design, because I saw a video that Sarah Secrets put up where it was like a layered design, pink and flowery layered design, which inspired me to do this set today. But looking at it from the side view, which I was out of shot looking at it, it was just too high. So by the time I'd have put other colours over the top to blend it in, I would have ended up with a huge thick nail. So I've decided just to work with the smaller flowers today and remove that one. I'll save those big ones for maybe another design, maybe even on my practice hand. So I'll start off with these little ones. So I'll place a little one on there and some of these flowers, and I just decorate it with these sort of in between these. I was going to put a butterfly on the end of this one, but it just didn't look right on this finger, so I took it off, and then I used it later on a different finger. So that's basically what I'm going to be doing now with these nails. So I'll just let you watch this bit. I'm using different petals and different flowers on each finger. So I'll just let you watch this bit and then I'll come back later. So to get that layered look, what I'm doing is I'm just going over again with some of that colour. So it's kind of like a milk bathy type nail, I suppose, what you do, but I'm using the colours, just layering it up. And then I put more glitter over the top. I decided not to do any flowers over the top because I'd already put plenty on. If I'd have been working with the tiny ones, I would have layered those up as well. But I'd already put, well, I'd already filled the nail with flowers, so I just layered up the glitter. This here is just a mixture of clear with just a bit of white mixed into it, which I'm just going over just to give it that like frosted look. So after I've filed that chevron in, I am now applying white at the tip, and then I will apply that aquamarine around the edges. Oh, I'm just touching up the other nails with some glitter, just layering those up. But I do come back and put some aquamarine on that finger in a minute. And there we go. So I'm just taking it around the sides and just blending it lightly over the tip, not too much. Just a light blend. And then I add one of those large petals and a little butterfly on the end. And when I finished these nails, this was actually my favourite nail out the whole set. I absolutely love the way this turned out. This would have been really nice as a full set. So I'm just using that frosted rose now just to ombre over all this design. I like to do it this way because it just sort of blends it all in. It's like the design is not sitting on top of the cover pink. It's like the cover pink becomes part of the design, if that makes any sense. I don't know whether I'm making any sense or not today. I seem to be waffling loads. So apologies for that. But yeah, I just prefer to do it this way when I'm doing this sort of design, because it just looks more blended and layered. That's the reason why I'm doing it this way, and I didn't build it up on top of that cover pink. So just capping all the nails then in clear, and then I file most of them off camera. I just leave the pointer finger so I can show you what I do to get rid of that hook nail. So I've just shown you there how it's still hooked. I'm trying to point out what I'm doing here because it wasn't a very good, I'm not very good at filing on camera, that's why I don't do it. But what I'm doing here is I'm just shaping the nail. So I'm bringing it in a straight line with the side walls to get it nice and sharp, and doing the free edge. And for this I'm using my metal file board, and then I switch to this one which is a bit softer. And what I was showing you there is because I've shaped it, I then end up with a flat edge where I've brought it in. So I'm just filing that flat edge and contouring it on the free edge, and then I'm going round the side walls and the cuticle. I'm trying to show you the angle of there, but I'm not very good at getting it in shot. So I'm just copying here what I did the other side. So I'm just pointing out to you where I'm filing. So I've gone all the way around like that. So now I want to concentrate on the top and the bottom. So to bring the bottom up, I'm a bit out of shot here. I'm just trying to show you how the file dips down at the minute. So what I'm doing to bring that tip up is I'm just filing underneath, and I'm keeping my file in line with my finger. It's hard to explain really, but what you want is a straight edge, so it's coming out straight from the finger and it's not pointing down. So what I'm doing is I'm keeping that file straight and just filing the tip until the file becomes flat like that, as I'm showing you with the other finger. I'll show you how flat it is now, flat that one is now. And now I'm working on the top, so I'm just showing you there the angle of my file. So at the cuticle I angle it down, and then I bring it up around that curve to give it a nice curve, and then I flatten the file out and flat file across the rest. And I'm just showing you there the stress area and my apex, where my apex is. So I want to file up to that apex now. I don't want to file any more of that apex. I've got it in the right position, I've got it the right height. So what I'm doing now is I'm just contouring, and what I'm doing is I'm contouring sort of into the apex, if that makes sense. So it gives it that nice even shape. And I'm looking constantly down the nail, sideways down the sides, making sure it's a correct shape. Here I'm just coming in with my metal file board just to bring those tips up a little bit to get it a bit more straight, and just shaping it. And as you can see there, now it is completely straight. So that's how I've done it. So the tip that I put on in the first place, I have pretty much filed now a lot of that tip away. Now I know a lot, it is probably easier if I'd have done this with a form, but I'm not very good with forms. They tend to slip around a lot, especially on myself. I don't mind using them on other people because I can control them a bit better, but on myself I find them really difficult. So what I do is file it up. So I'm just showing you there that I've got the tip on all the other ones, and most of the tip on this one I have filed into. So I'm just showing you there the straight edge, and that it's no longer dipping down. I've got it nice and straight. And that's how you get rid of a hook nail. So this nail is always going to be hooked because of the damaged, but now I can get it nice and straight. The shorter the nail is, the easier it is to get it straight. I'm just showing you there that the other one is completely straight, and this one is now straighter than it was, so I'm happy with that. So here I'm just top coating. Yeah, before I was interrupted, here I am just top coating all the nails with a thin layer of CJP tack free top gloss, and that's a set complete. So I've left a little clip at the end for you to see. My favourite nail is definitely the middle one. That would have been a nice as a full set of French, just doing it like that. But I still like the way they all turned out. So let me know in the comments box what you think of these and which is your favourite nail. I hope you're all being safe and well in this troubling times. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would. I'd like to say hello to all my lovely new subs. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy my channel. And just let me know if there's anything that you want to see. I have got a range of things on my channel now, like prep and things like that. But if there's something that you would like me to try out, just let me know in the comments box. I'll do my best to accommodate you. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will look forward to speaking to you soon. So for now, bye bye.